The Golden State Warriors are 5-1 since the Jimmy Butler trade and are suddenly getting buzz as a very real NBA championship contender despite currently sitting at 9th in the Western Conference. Jimmy Butler has not only been incredible for Golden State himself, Steph Curry has gained new life playing with Jimmy. Before the Jimmy Butler trade, Steph was averaging 22.7 points per game on 43.1% shooting in the 6 games he has played with Jimmy Butler. Steph is averaging 29 points per game on 49.1% shooting as Jimmy has changed everything for the Warriors. But is this Jimmy Butler fit really good enough to launch the Warriors back into title contention?
When Butler's not on the floor right now as Curry hits back-to-back triples.
As after this third quarter, Steph not only already had 30 points, he sat the entire fourth quarter in a comfortable Golden State Warriors when, as we would watch Draymond on the bench play this a little more safe in the fourth quarter, hitting the same night-night celebration. But looking at Steph's confidence, looking at the Golden State Warriors' energy, we could tell this is a team that has been given a new fire. Before Jimmy Butler, I think we can all agree the Warriors were not only just a long shot to win the championship, they almost had no chance. Jimmy resembles one of the absolute keys to the Warriors' success in the past. Jimmy Butler has now jumped onto this Golden State Warriors roster as a new age version of the Andre Iguodala role. Jimmy is an incredible playmaker. He's a defensive menace. He also adds a scoring presence that the Warriors desperately needed, and Jimmy Butler is a dog. In his 6 games with the Warriors so far, the Warriors have outscored teams by 14.3 points per 100 possessions when Jimmy is on the court. For Jimmy Butler, he is seamlessly fitted immediately. He has given the Warriors so many options on offense. Teams are finding it incredibly difficult to double Steph at Steph Curry range because Jimmy has become the ultimate escape valve. Throw a double at Steph, watch as Jimmy catches the ball near the top of the key and then turn towards the basket and make the right play seemingly every time. Now Draymond has thrived in this exact role in the past. Both Jimmy and Draymond are great pick and roll partners for Steph in this exact same scenario, as well as both Jimmy and Draymond can play make. But Jimmy has given Golden State something new, elite scoring in this role, with Steph creating so much gravity as he is just a threat from anywhere. Suddenly, Jimmy has found himself with more wide open space than he seemingly has ever had before, and he is dominating in this role, averaging 9.2 free throw attempts a game. Jimmy has also accepted being the number 2 option right away with 0 problems and is producing as an elite number 2 guy, averaging 20 points, 5.5 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game. We were also told that Jimmy and Draymond Green might never fit together, except the mutual respect between Jimmy and Draymond has been clear and apparent. Draymond is so impressed by Jimmy that he is actually guaranteed winning the NBA championship since the Butler trade. Why is Draymond so confident? Well, this comes down to the level of respect he has for Jimmy Butler. Watch here as Jimmy draws up a play for the Warriors, a bold move for anyone to do on a new team, especially a dynasty mate. Draymond in the past has only given certain teammates this type of respect. On the current roster before this trade, I think their names would be Steph Curry, and that is it. Now we have Draymond saying he is learning from Jimmy Butler. How did this instant respect happen? Well, Jimmy Butler is a smart teammate and a savvy man. He gave respect to Draymond Green right away. The respect between the two is there, and no one can deny that they are both insane competitors. When tapped in correctly, this energy, this level of insane competition makes both Jimmy and Draymond the ultimate teammate to have by your side in the playoffs. Because we also have to note, it is not just Steph Curry who is playing better with Jimmy. Hodge is averaging way better numbers with 14.8 points, 6.2 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals per game, and we could see it on Pollock's face. Couldn't finish there. Now Butler down court. The Jimsky corner 3. Got corner 3. This team's playing with a lot of confidence. Jonathan Kuminga has now emerged as a wild card, and he has not played since January 4th. For the season, Jonathan Kuminga is averaging 16.8 points per game. Golden State is going to need every player on this roster to step up if they are seriously going to be competing with teams such as the Thunder when the NBA playoffs roll around. And we know that playoff Jimmy Butler is very real. He was the guy by far in 2020 and 2023, both of the Miami Heat's NBA Finals losing runs, and notably into 2023 playing against Giannis and the Bucks. Jimmy led the 8th-seeded Heat to a 5-game series win, squashing the Bucks' championship aspirations as Jimmy averaged 37.6 points per game in this series. He has Steph Curry and Draymond Green, who are not only 4-time NBA champions, but also, let's go back in time here to the 2022 season. On March 30th of 2022, the Warriors were just 48-29. They had just lost 4 straight games, and Klay Thompson was coming back from another big injury as the Warriors beat a Celtics team that was supposed to have a better roster top to bottom. No one else on Golden State averaged 20 points per game in this series, but Steph showed us why sometimes having the best player on the court is what really matters, even giving us a signature 43.10 rebound performance in a Game 4 where Steph Curry stepped up and showed us why we can never count him out. We just saw him do the same thing in the Olympics this season, leading Team USA to a gold medal. Steph Curry is still capable of being the best player on any court he's playing on. Now with Jimmy Butler, one of the best playoff performers we have seen in recent years. Seriously, how do we count out Golden State? The answer for me is that I am not going to.